In Libya's most populated cities, angry protests spread like wildfire. But unlike earlier revolts that toppled the rulers of Egypt and Tunisia, the deadly violence in Libya is a bigger worry for investors. Libya, the world's 12th largest oil exporter, produces about 1.6 million barrels of oil per day, most of it exported to Europe. On Monday, BP's chief executive Bob Dudley confirmed it was suspending exploratory drilling in Libya.
We have operations there that are very, very limited. It's the early stages of exploration. We have some people there. Dependents have left the country. We remain committed to doing business there, but again, we, like everyone, is watching this very carefully.
Uncertainty over the future of OPEC's fourth largest producer sent crude oil prices above $105 a barrel on Monday. Experts warn prices could exceed record levels, above $147 a barrel, if the unrest spreads to other major oil-producing countries. Investment strategist Philip Poole says that could have serious consequences for the global economy.
I think it is a serious risk. It feeds through, as I say, really back into inflation. Inflation, clearly a problem in the emerging world already, becoming more of an issue for the developed world. And you know, that's one aspect to it. But the other way of thinking about this really is that rising oil prices, rising food prices as well, are effectively a tax on consumption if your wages are not going up.
For now, the rising death toll in Libya is raising alarm bells. Reed Brody at Human Rights Watch says so far, at least 233 protesters have been killed by Libyan security forces.
People have to make clear to the Libyan government that they cannot fire live ammunition into peaceful demonstrators, that these are crimes that are being committed, and that the people who commit these crimes could one day be held to account.
Across the globe, protesters have condemned Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi's use of lethal force. Many expressed anger over a speech by Gaddafi's son in which he raised the possibility of civil war, saying his father's regime would fight to the last bullet. Australian Foreign Minister Kevin Rudd says the threat must be taken seriously.
This is a frightening prospect. That's why the international community has rallied today in absolute condemnation of these measures from the Gaddafi regime.
Meanwhile, a global ratings agency has downgraded Libya's credit to BBB. Although Libya has no government debt, Fitch Ratings said the downgrade reflects the eruption of political risk in the North African country as protesters demand an end to Gaddafi's more than 4-decade rule. Arcega, VOA News.